There are lots of artifact lands that you may not have known existed besides the original ones and a few others. So we're going to list them off today. So the first set really was Ancient Den, Great Furnace, Seat of the Synod, Tree of Tales, and Vault of Whispers. These are the colored ones that are in there. Great stuff. Each of them taps for their colors, respectively, right? Taps for white, blue, black, red, and green. And they're artifact lands, and that's it. That's it, really. I say that's it, but they're actually really busted. But other than that, there was Darkstill Citadel, which was also from the Mirrodin sets, and that was just indestructible artifact land, tap to add a colorless. Okay, these aren't actually the next ones that came out, but this is the next like set of them that they made, if that makes sense. Double pairs that are all indestructible from Modern Horizons 2, which was Darkmoss Bridge, Drossforge Bridge, Goldmire Bridge, Mistvault Bridge, Razortide Bridge, Rustvale Bridge, Silver Bluff Bridge, Slagwoods Bridge, Tanglepool Bridge, and Thornlight Bridge. All of the bridges across Mirrodin and such, and those are actually really pretty, and I really like them. They're really great for Pauper. They prevent your lands from being destroyed with one fully acid moss. And there's other uses too, but those are really great. So if you're looking for indestructible artifact lands, because artifacts can be removed very easily, and you could easily lose all of your artifact lands to a Vandal Blast, for example. So these kind of prevent that. It's just a slow tap land, but it's indestructible. So hey, that's the trade-off. Then we got Treasure Vault. So this is just a colorless land. It's just a colorless artifact land, but you can pay double X and sacrifice it to create X treasure tokens. Really cool from that D&D set, the first one. All right, another one actually that I missed from Modern Horizons 2 is Power Depot. This one, it enters tapped. It's a colorless one, only sometimes because it's got the option of doing colorless, but it also taps to add 1 mana of any color, only to cast artifacts or activate artifact abilities. Pretty awesome. And it's also got modular 1, so if this would leave, you actually put that modular encounter on a different artifact creature. Just kind of cool. You probably forget about the modular one there at the bottom, don't you? But it's there. Scene of the Crime, I think, is the newest one on the list. It is just an artifact land clue, which is really cool. It enters tapped once again, but you can tap it to add colorless, and you can tap it and an untapped creature you control to add 1 mana of any color, or you can just sacrifice it like you would a clue to draw a card. Kind of a nice little utility piece there. A little bit slow, and I didn't like that set personally, but hey, it works, and I think it's a neat one. All right, lastly, there are 2 from Lost Caverns of Ixalan, which they don't actually start as lands. Thousand Moons Smithy and the Everflowing Well. Each of these does their own thing, but once they transform, it transforms into Barracks of the Thousand and the Myriad Pools, respectively. Barracks of the Thousand adds a white, and whenever you cast an artifact or creature spell using that mana, you create a gnome soldier artifact that's power and toughness equal number of artifacts and or creatures you control. That's pretty awesome. That just happens every time. It's a really good land. Takes a little bit to sacrifice it, or transform Thousand Moon Smithy, but I don't know, it works pretty well. The Everflowing Well, it's a mill 2, draw 2, and then descend 8. If you have 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, you transform it. And then the Myriad Pools taps for a blue, and whenever you cast a permanent spell using mana produced by it, up to 1 target permanent you control becomes a copy of that spell until end of turn. That's pretty awesome. Just kind of cool copying stuff, whatever. But anyway, those are the artifact lands. Like I say, there's a bunch of them, but I think it might be kind of useful to know what's out there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out the TCGplayer affiliate link in the description below, as well as the Playmats and Proxies link. And make sure you join me next week for your weekly dose of magic.